Back. Those are two fine numbers. Are those both from the current album?
No, one is the second one we did,
Yeah.
which is also the new single, and the other one is on the newest album, which will be released about mid-July.
You fellows compose all of your all of your stuff, don't you? Now, I got to get the name. I know it's Maurice, Robin, and Barry.
Robin,
now, which
Morris.
Robin and Morris and Barry. You do a good deal of the.
Well,
of
Robin
the
and me take a major part in that, in the writing. Morris helps a lot with the melody line and rhythm instruments. He plays a lot of instruments.
Yeah.
He plays piano and bass.
You were mentioning this. There's so many groups around, and you guys have given up more or less playing what you call the stadium, large places, because you felt that you weren't giving the audience really what they came to see because you lost all that intimacy.
No, it's not that. What the biggest thing is that you get a stadium of 15,000 people, and you get about 3,000 really listening,
Right.
and the rest are out of touch because they're not in really in communication
Right.
with you because you are just a soldier on the stage. Not a soldier necessarily,
Yeah.
but a person on the stage in which they are only listening vaguely because they can hardly hear you, they can hardly see you, so they tend to carry on with their own activities and start talking with the other people.
You're really cute.
But you also must enjoy it more when you have that rapport with the audience, because if you're playing to somebody vaguely sitting 100 yards
You can't get
away.
him off the stage.
Really?
At the end of every
Oh,
show,
I love an audience.
he mobs the audience. He's the only one I've ever seen do it.
No, it's not. No, it's
You
not.
guys have had
Go on.
fantastic success and well deserved. How did it all start? Your family? Did it
Well,
come from
we've been in
a
it.
musical background?
I was 9, and Morris and Robin was 6 when we started. And we started doing matinee theatres, you know, where you work after a film or before a film. We used to get a shilling a time.
That's 5
Things
new
haven't
pence.
changed very much.
10 cents.
Things have changed a lot.
We got 2
shilling at a
shillings
time. What was the first big breakthrough? Because you came into popularity at a time when there were hundreds and hundreds of groups.
We got our
Yeah.
first big break in Australia in
Chubby Checker
1962 at the Chubby Checker show.
Hi, this is Chubby Checker. Remember me?
Just think, guys, in 30 years you'll be selling those records on television. Remember?
No, thank you.
You'll be coming out, where are the Bee Gees? Remember this one? They say where do old record stars go when they die? Now you know where you're going.
Yeah, like another.
That's you'll be nostalgia time, you know, in 20 years.
Well,
everybody-
like
Well,
no Mills
Heaven
Brothers.
forbid.
Right?
It won't be so bad.
Yeah. Are there any more
Yes,
youngsters
we
in the family?
Small one.
The younger brother, who's 15, and a
And
sister who's older than
He
you.
did want you to say how old he was.
He didn't? Oh, God, because you see, when he goes on tours with us, he wants to get all the girls, you know.
Aha.
And now I've blown it. Because I tell him
He's only 15?
Well, he tells him he's 18.
Does he also hope
He looks
to
like
join in the
40.
group or get his own?
Yeah, eventually it may happen, you know, because Andy is writing and he's singing, you know. So he's playing the guitar, so there's a chance in the future he'll develop, and we'll be able to get a 4-part harmony nicely.
Right. Now, not all of you are married.
Yes, we will.
You're all married.
Yeah.
So, do you have the? Well, I don't think know whether it's a problem or not. But when you were single, you know, a lot of the groups had the groupies.
Well,
who followed them around.
it's a
and-
pleasant problem.
Our road managers get them.
They get them before we do.
Do you still have the fanaticism that a lot of the groups had in the early days? The almost
We still
uncontrollable.
have- No, we have a very, they're amazing because they listen, which is a good thing. You don't
Right.
get a lot of screamers. They listen very much so during the songs, and they show their enthusiasm afterwards. And it's very nice then. They go mad, absolutely mad after the song.
Because for a
Occasionally
while
get
you'd go to a
screams,
concert and nobody could hear anybody from the opening number.
Yeah,
Oh, we had that, you know, but
Right.
some of the fans that have grown up with us that come and see us,
they like to listen.
Right.
You know,
That's
they
good.
like to
And we like that too.
They showed their appreciation after the show, you know, which has been incredible on this tour. It's been unbelievable
Right.
from New York right through.
Which of the? Do they carry on like this all the time?
No, only on this show.
Only on the show.
The atmosphere of the show. Do you miss the rapport you have with an audience live rather than television? Do you
we
feel
love
that it cut?
Oh, we love it because then when you go on stage and you're actually working in front of, say,
There's a certain magic.
6,000
Right.
people or something, depends on what place you're working.
Yeah.
You're actually seeing the people appreciate what they liked on the record. You're actually seeing them.
We
The
like to
people
go
that
out
bought
to
your
make
records.
friends with the audience. That's the whole
Right.
thing.
Oh, he goes through the audience, shake hands with everybody. And
No,
But we like to do that. We like to make friends. Then you have a wrap up all the way through the show.
Right.
You know, nobody shouts out or heckles you
Yeah,
because
that's great.
you get to know them
listen.
first.
it's great.
All right,
Yeah.
we're going to take a short break here, and we're coming right back. Stay with us. We are back now. Somebody mentioned something about an acoustical number that you can do just casually here?
Is that one
Yeah,
tuned up?
well, it's tuned up my way. It's not tuned
All
up.
right.
Play it your way.
Now, you said it's tuned up your way. What do you mean? You
I
tune?
play a guitar entirely different
You
to
play bass.
conventional tuning.
You play bass guitar mainly, right?
He plays bass.
He plays bass.
It's the same old face. He plays bass guitar.
And you tune it. In other words, you don't normally tune it as a six-string guitar?
Yeah, I tune to a six string, but I tune to an open D chord.
Yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes my
tunes.
brother turns one of them down. I don't know which one it is. And, yeah, you've done it again, haven't you?
Yeah.
This could take a while.
That's about as far as I've progressed on the guitar anyway, is really getting it in tune. No, we're getting the other guitar here.
Oh, yes,
We'll
he can
say,
play it.
it's all right,
I
no
like
more
it.
tuning.
All right.
Okay. We got one.
You got one.
We got one.
Here we go.
Copies now, quickly.
Okay, we're going to do a song called Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
2, 3, 4, 1.
Feel I'm going back to Massachusetts. Something's telling me I must go home. And the lights all went down in Massachusetts the day I left her standing on her own. Trying to hitch a ride to San Francisco. Gonna do the things I wanna do. And the lights all went down in Massachusetts. They brought me back to see my way with you. Talk about the life in Massachusetts. Speak about the people I have seen. And the lights all went down in Massachusetts. And Massachusetts is one place I have seen.
Thank you, guys. Those short naps are wonderful when you have to lay out, aren't they?
That's why you see I stay in the background now.
That's funny.
I wear these suits so everyone can see me.
I should mention before we have to say goodnight. Well, I'll do it when we come back. We're going to take a short break. We're not coming back? I want to mention that Richard Bach will be with us on Thursday night show when we'll talk about Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Fellas, I thank you very much. Have a good go at Santa Monica. Hope you come back and see us. Bob, thank you, and we'll talk about that picture someday. Tomorrow night, Charlton Heston, Rex Reed, Eubie Blake, and Richard Bach. Thank you. Good night.